Hello Commanders, Commander Placer here, back with another live stream for today's live stream today. That's unusual, isn't it? 2 live streams in a day. Aren't you guys lucky? Hopefully, my voice should hold out nicely, but we have what will hopefully be a treat for everybody. Like, genuinely hoping it will be. We're going to watch a fleet carrier arrive. That's the plan. We should be able to see a fleet carrier arrive in the system. So we've got the the PNS Clive currently jumping into Hiller, or at least it's scheduled to. Now what we're waiting for is hopefully something to pop up over here in the navigation tab. The plan is around about 10 minutes before it jumps ish, there have been reports of a POI appearing, and from there we'll know where to jump into. Excuse me, a bit excited and drank too much. No alcohol. But yeah, safe to say the bugs will not be persisting, guys. The ability to make money off of a carrier just by having it, never gonna happen. Oh dear. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're hopefully going to see. The idea being is that we will do this. We'll see if it works, and then from there we will know for future if it works. So we are waiting for so it should be around about, it should be, reports are 10 minutes. Oh, clear my throat. Right, now I've actually selected the location for it to jump in, and it's going to be Plater's Tyranny, so I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea how this is going to work. If we go into the system map, I've selected Plater's Tyranny for it to drop into, so my station. Bit concerned about that. Bit concerned how that's going to work. I don't know how that's going to work. So we're kind of trying to do two weird stuff, weird things at the same time. But hello to everyone who has joined me again. Appreciate it. So we've got Pro-Rock, Dave, Alan, Nightbot. Way down the list. Keep scrolling. Ghost Gaming, Gary. Philip, yes, we're back. Galarak, back again. Guess who's back? Weejet, yep. Two in a row. Bamasan, yep. How you doing? Showa, what up? James Oliver. Plays a double dose, better than plays a double douche, I can tell you that much. Red X4, Red X84, Commander Bullet, Van Buren Phillips. How are we all doing? So, carrier management, we've got 12 minutes to go. No idea how this is going to go. Weejet, I don't know. It doesn't show up as a name for me at all, so just keep checking, there. It could be Gizzes. If it's Gizzes, he's called it the Plater, and of course PNS we are all shortening down to penis, or making longer to penis. And that's kind of been what we're doing. So he has decided to call it the penis Plater. Very, very good of him. Very good. Nightbot, no they can't. They will always be in separate instances. MK, welcome back. Welcome back to where we only talk about truth. We don't speculate. We don't make stuff up. We do not overly inflate the price of fleet carriers on this channel. We do not lie. It's what we do. Because there's been a little bit too much of that. Bamasan, I reckon they're going to reduce the upkeep overall. I also think they're going to reduce the cost of modules in the first place. But what I will say is that the upkeep that you should be looking at in carrier management is up here in the top right hand corner. That will be the correct number. You should not be looking in here for each of the services, because that doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. So obviously one of them's wrong. Like, there is no way they're going to cost that much. None. So let's get that out of there. And also, where are we at? Okay, we're coming into the under 10 minutes mark. I don't know how much time we'll have to be able to get in there. Gotta go. Ghost of Gaming, they have already said they won't, or Thargoids will not be interacting with them at all. So that idea might be out the window. I'm kind of waiting for this to pop up. Right, we're under 10 minutes now. This might not work. And also, I'm slightly concerned that it's going to put it somewhere wrong, put it in the wrong place. We'll have to see. It's going to be tight, is what it is. You can guarantee I'm going to make a mistake. There have been reports. This is what happens. Right. I'm going to drop down into low space. That changes our instance. And then when I come back up again. Or it may literally just arrive at Plater's Tyranny.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know.
4, 3.
Let's see. Can you feel the hype tonight? Nothing there. Or maybe because I've picked... There's a very real possibility because I've picked a place for it to go. We might be trying to do too many things at the same time. Hunter, yes we are. It's the hope. We've got 7 minutes till it arrives. So, right. I'm going to quickly exit the main menu. Okay, to continue. I'm going to switch to private group because that's 100% going to be in a different instance. $100% going to be in a different instance.
Incoming message. Frameshift drive charging.
So, now we know we're 100% in a different instance.
Engage.
Hey Steve, welcome back. It's not there. It's not. There's nothing there. See now, I've been told this is what happens. It might go wrong. Anything? We got anything? Right, I'm going to keep moving towards Places Tyranny because that's where it's meant to be arriving. Anyway. It's not looking good. This could be a massive letdown, and I'm really sorry if it is. Yeah, Vortex, it might too. That's why. That's also, I've got that in my head there too. Padlock down in 2.5 minutes. So it could be tied to padlock down. You're right, because I can still cancel it until then. Yeah, spatula. I can see why you'd say that. This is madness. Everyone's waiting for it. It's like, oh, it's madness. But it's kind of like a once we know, then we can reliably predict this stuff. And knowing where it's supposed to be arriving, I don't know how close it's going to be to Places Tyranny if it jumps in there. No, but you can. And I picked the location. I picked it as Places Tyranny. So that's kind of the idea. Is that's where it'll arrive. I find it stuck in the mail slot, just like freaking out like a type 9. I don't think it would share an instance. But it might. I mean, there are stations in the same instance out there. Right, navigation. Padlock down in 31 seconds. 30 seconds. So it will take 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, spatula. The problem is that space is huge, isn't it? Effigy, you're lucky, sir. Don't overfill yourself and make yourself sick, that's for sure. I just want to do something cool, you know, like it needs to be cool that people haven't seen this. Landing pads locked down. Landing pad is locked down, so there's nothing there. Oh, I don't know what to do. Right, I'm thinking we just drop down to Places Tyranny. Because it just should pop up in there. 2.5 minutes. I'm also worried that it's not going to jump into Places Tyranny. No, don't log out. Right. We're doing it. Go. No! 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 Why is there a timer? Why is there a timer? Like, what the crap? How long has this been here for? There has never been a timer like this. Exile, it's super easy to mine, and it's 45,000 per ton. I can't... I've never seen this before, ever. Yeah, Spatula, apparently they did. Oh my god. This is like... It's going to be too... But board flipping doesn't work anymore, Philip. And it hasn't worked for such a long time. What is this shite? Like... what is this? It just... Have I logged in and out too many times recently? Yeah, true. I mean, I have never seen a fleet carrier arrive either. I guess I won't. It's cool. I'll only have to wait 2 hours. I'll only have to wait 2 hours for it to happen now. What if it's...
Incoming message.
What if it's because of the,
Frameshift drive charging.
What if it's because the carrier was jumping?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, it's not arrived yet. So, that answers that question. It's jumped. Hang on.
Incoming message.
Carrier jump complete. Literally, it just jumped. Where to? Near hill of 10. What is it doing there? Oh, backlap. I didn't read it. Is that what it said? And also it put it in the wrong place. So it put my... I was currently... But I wasn't located at it. But I wasn't located on a fleet carrier. Though. So that doesn't make sense. I didn't... So one, it put it somewhere else. No, backlap. I've gone back and had a read of it, but it said that the carrier that you were in, the carrier that you were currently docked at, is I'm mad. I'm mad. Like, mad. That is insanely annoying. I don't think it likes it. But yeah, it's bunged it down there at the end. I can't quite handle that. I don't know. Backlap, I don't know, because obviously it jumped when I wasn't logged in. And now we've got an hour before we can bloody jump it again. And then an hour before it will bloody jump. We found our Aztec. We found it. That is what I would refer to as a complete and utter chip. Why I order? On a side note, if you go to place tyranny, I wonder how long it takes to transfer. Hey Derek, how you doing? Well, on the plus side... Yeah, but it's weird that it Right, so, just so everyone knows what we did. Right? The idea behind what we were doing was, in navigation, you can open up the galaxy map, you then go to the system map, and then you can select a station. And so we went, you know what, we'll do that. We'll set the carrier destination as that. But then it ended up over around Hiller 10. Not very helpful, is it? Yeah, I'm a little bit cranky because I streamed earlier, so I kind of streamed earlier for 3 hours, and here I am again. Maybe it shouldn't be. It's stuff that I want to test. Alright, Commander Bullet, take care. Possible bug, Steve, or it could be that it's not meant to do that. It's one of those things where it could be like, actually, that's not meant to happen. It might be that it thought... Yeah, it shouldn't let you select it. It's one of those things where I'm like, well, it shouldn't let me do that. But it's fine. It's fine. This is one of those few times where the 2-hour cool down and warm up are a problem. Dispatcher. Surprise mechanics. Don't do that. It's not a loot box. Oh, come on. NPC ship, what are you doing? Yeah, I do still have my own pretty station, don't I? And it does have... It has a voice when my voice used to work. Yeah, Falco, 100%. One or the other. It should be selectable and doable, or it should not be selectable at all.
Landing complete. Dispatching ground.
Well... Yeah, effigy, that way everyone's a winner. I think that's my thoughts on it. Right, let's see. Alright, and it still takes 5 minutes for me to go and get my Corvette. Yeah, it should say something. You don't just tell me it's gone to the right system. If you don't tell me it's gone to the right system. Right, so at least now we know that they will not enter stations. disappointing, is what I'll say. Oh, might as well over that.
Frameshift drive charging.
I was hoping that it would, like, you'd be able to see it. Like, it'd be far away that it's out of gun range, but you'd be able to see it. You know? So Hashtag, what I was trying to do, yeah, I was trying to do that, because you could select it. Oh, so Weejet, you've got yours jumping to Morris in 50 minutes. Okay. Remind me. And where in Morris? Bloody Morris. Oh, it can only be one place. It's either around the star. Bloody Morris. So... main star. Because there's... I don't know if you noticed that I can't look at the system map. That's a good bug, isn't it? Revision, yeah, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. Yeah, I can't look in the system map. For some reason, I can no longer look at the system map. For places. Places I've 100% been. Well, that was an anticlimax, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Yeah, I shouldn't have to though. MK, that makes sense. That'd be why. Although there are some places I've not been to that I have access to. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird vortex because I came in and out and it still happened. But yeah, I thought they said that it would jump to the main star. Unless there's too many. Anyway, if we've got Mirror selected as the main star, then we know. All very, very interesting stuff. I will say it's a bit of a pain that there's some things that... The delay. So, the delay, not just because I messed something up, and it would be great to make it jump immediately, but the delay considering it was... Yeah. Even if you want to outfit, then how are you supposed to? Say if you forget something, you're like, oh, we'll jump. Then you have to wait 2 hours to come back. But anyway, mine won't be ready to jump for another, well, hour and a bit. So Gav, yeah, it takes an hour for it to jump. So you select for it to jump, you wait an hour, and then it jumps. Then you have another hour that you have to wait until you can queue up another jump. It is then another hour. I'm glad I got you, Lee. Glad. I was hoping that would happen. It's back over in Hiller now. Commander Burr's giving me grief on Discord at the moment. He was like, "Ah, so you made it do the wrong thing." I was like, "No, it wasn't me." Oh, and of course this is messed up, which makes no sense. Right, there's the Clive. Actually, right, so the Loop of Shame, I will mention, if you look at the timer for how long it takes me to get somewhere, do you see how it's moving? It's not moving in line with how long it should actually take. So... yeah, he's going to tell people it is. It's the old, it jumps at the right time. Absolutely bleeding classic though. Hey everyone, come watch me do this cool thing. Trips over, grazes his knee. Oh, it hurts. Alright, Hashtag, hopefully it'll work. Good news is after that it's about, no. Pro Rock, that's going to be hideous. I also want to see it. I mean, this is... wait a minute. Are we on the other side of the planet? No. Yep, Lee, they're pretty bad. Yeah, wait, hang on. That's 10A, which isn't the one we were going to. Anyone having a weird moment? That's 10. Oh, we actually are around 10A. So it means I'm about to go through, trying to go through a bloody planet. Oh, shipyard is obscene. Too expensive. The ship packs as well, way too expensive. The ship packs make no sense, but you're buying them at cost. And then selling them. Ah, retro tech alpha. Yeah. God, imagine if it did. To be fair, Lee, we were kind of hoping that we would see some cool stuff, but it didn't happen. See if we can get at the gravity of the planet so we can speed up a bit. There we go. Hey Joshua, you're still excited? Good. You're allowed to be excited about something that you want, and don't let anyone tell you different. I still like the idea of having one. I'm just a little bit concerned about the upkeep. Quick note, I don't live by the sea. They're just seagulls around. See, I'm glad I'm not the only one to notice that. Minami. That's, it's supposed to be dotted out, isn't it? But yeah, upkeep is a bit steep. Ryuk, I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing alright. Obviously my voice is a bit croaky because I streamed earlier. And the medication I'm on does affect my voice. So we gotta do what we gotta do. Right, so Adam, we hear that you can watch them jump in. That's good. That's cool. It's a cool thing. Dante UK. No, I don't actually get to see. I don't get to see any of that happen. It doesn't come up anywhere. Like, my balance gets adjusted. But that's it. I do like seeing people here though, like WeJet having a bit of a buzz around. It's pretty cool to see you guys arrive. Or to arrive and there be WeJets, Infinite and Noctis, and Gypsy here. Good to see everyone kicking around. Sardaukar 34. Squadron members, that's good to see. Emo Squirrel. Could do. I mean, you'd have to jump it again, I think. It's right, Snappo. Don't worry, man. Whoever was in the Type 10 did, so it's fine. What's happening there? That's cool. They feel movable. The difference is actually, what I will say, Dante, is that it'll have different stock. Hey Ray, how you doing? Something into carrier. Ray, no. No, it's not. Not at all. Not remotely. Snappo, it was Pro Rock. But no, Ray, it isn't. It's absolute tripe. If you wanted to, here you go. Right, if you really, really wanted to, you could lie to yourself and go, yeah, let me just look at my fleet carrier services. Now, at the top, weekly upkeep here, 45. That's more, because there's no reason for me to have all of this stuff. Like, a secure warehouse, I probably wouldn't have. That is allegedly 18 million per week. But that's obviously not, because I've got it. My base cost is 10 mil per week. Then we go to outfitting, that's 36 million. Hang on. Wait, what? Yeah, Ray, they're not. It's crap. No one in their right mind would believe that. No one. You'd look at it and go, that's a bug. So everyone saying that it's 7 billion in a year is clickbait. 100% clickbait. So what you have is the numbers here telling you how much your services are. Just there, that 9 million per week is incorrect. That 45 million there will be correct. It's just logical thinking. So the example I gave is one moment, I'm just going to grab a screenshot, because yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that people are doing that. It's like, don't lie. That's not the issue when it comes to upkeep. So I'm putting up one of the screenshots that I was sent by FDev, right? They sent this to me. So what you can see here is this guy here, his refuel station, active 2.5 million. Right? So if you were to add everybody's, so that's like 2.5. Look at that there, where that says 203. So it's just not, it's not 7 billion. And Shiv, apparently what you need to do to fix that is log out of the launcher and then log back into the launcher, and it should fix it for you. But yeah, so it isn't going to be 7 billion. This is the, obviously this is from the 18th of March and is pre-beta, but that's 2.5 mil in the game for the same thing is 9 million per week. There is no way it's meant to say 9 million per week, and spending the activity only halves the cost, whilst marketing information had it dropped down to 10%. So also on top of that, as a fleet carrier, you're not meant to have every single service unless you can afford it. For example, do I really need to keep hold of a secure warehouse? No, I don't. I definitely don't need it. I'm going to sell it and get rid of it. So, and this is beta, and that's obviously too high. So it wouldn't surprise me if what will happen next is it will get reduced and it will come back round and it will be that lower amount. I think it's going to be that. And it's the fact that what's kind of annoying is that I can't suspend anything. I can't change anything. So it just doesn't add up. So that upper right hand corner is going to be the correct number. That's what it'll be. This 7 billion crap is if you decide that that's what it's going to be. If you want to look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's going to be this. Obsidian knows better, Exiguous knows better, Yamix knows better. We all know better. Like, all of us do, and that's my slam. Chunter, yeah, they probably should be. They should be much better than they are. So Weejet, yes, they do. They do need to do that. 100%. What's your carrier timer at Weejet, by the way? Because we need to... Yeah, but Chunter, they shouldn't have to be, you're right. But they will be. So mine's maxed out, as is, right? And yeah, so mine's 2.3 billion a year for maxed out. But no one would run them maxed out. You wouldn't. You might run them for a little bit and go, actually, I'm not making any money doing this because of my services. So you remove stuff. But you go, actually, I can't afford the upkeep, so I remove stuff. I'll keep hold of it. Yeah, Mr. Mavi, he's wrong. It's not the logical sense. Yeah, I'm calling him wrong because it's not right. Christian, no, you can't. You get pulled inside. It's just not. Oh, cargo. Weejet, nice. That's nice. But how? But what are we on? Give me a time, so I don't get surprised. Right, exactly that. That's exactly that. So that's not a huge deal, but it is not 7 billion a year. It's not. Payments, cool. Chunter, you need to log out of the launcher and then log back into it. That's the way to do it. But it's common sense. Common sense would be logically right. We've got two numbers. One seems really freaking out there. Like, there's no way it can be that number. And then we have one that is actually probably expensive, but it's around about in the right ballpark. It's going to be that number. It's going to be the ballpark number. It's not going to be the ridiculously out there one. Come on. That's what I got to say about it. Wait, Yamix hasn't even been in there. What? See, because there was alright. There was talk of it, and we spoke about it in our Discord as well. Of people saying, "Oh, it costs you 27 million to outfit everything." You can't do that. Can't do it. You can't outfit everything. So it's just not. But you can't look at stuff that way. You can't look at a year one. You can't look at it. It's not how it works. Like, you can't look at year one costs. This isn't a business. This is a game. Like, year one cost. Cool, yeah, you do that. But guess what? It's a one-off purchase, so of course the year one cost is going to be higher. You can't look at it that way. Lee, yeah. Well, you've always been able to go in and repair things separately. So in your advanced maintenance, you've always been able to fix everything up. Oh, we're stocking vehicles. Nice. But yeah, you've always been able to go into separate modules and repair them individually. And that's always been there. So, Christian, yeah, that is the realistic maximum. Like, you could say year one would be 7 billion. If I maxed everything out as I have done now, then that would be accurate. But no, it wouldn't be accurate. Because to outfit it, you buy it for 5 bill, and then you have to pay another 4 billion to fix it, to upgrade it. So it's not. Like, if we're looking at my 1 year cost, my first year cost, it's 9 billion. So, Ian, oh mate, we had a disaster. So it's good that you joined now because you've not missed anything. But we'll be jumping back into that a bit. Ray, it's full price. It's full price as if it was in the main game for this current beta. That might be different later on down the line. So, what we'll do is, I want to go to the shipyard and change into the Corvette instead. So, it just doesn't, that's the thing, even with that, so... guess there's the fuel. Sweet. Load it up. What's it doing? Why is it putting me back down? I still can't restock. Hooray! Well, MK, that's because we don't issue the crimes, you see. But yeah, there's only one. Well, he's welcome to donate it, but I think our tritium deposit is full. I'm reasonably sure we're full. Yeah, we're at 99%. Also, what we did was... this is the fun bit. We go into inventory, go to transfer. So currently there's 2,000... Oh goodness, Gypsy was busy. We've got 2,800 tons of tritium in storage. That doesn't include the 1,000 that is already in the fuel tank. Which is cool. But so what you can do is you can have 1,000 at a time in your fuel tank, and then you can fill the rest of your ship with tritium if you want. So mine has 2,800 in because both me and a few other people dropped some stuff in. And what you can't do, Coulter, is you can't transfer it into your fuel tank at all. So what you have to do is you have to go into a ship with cargo space, go to the transfer tab, transfer it from your ship to your carrier, from the carrier to your ship, and to your ship, from your ship to the fuel tank, which makes no sense. No thanks. Chunter Deso is a good shout. Falco, yeah, it was. You buy them in the half full. That's how they come. Coulter, that is special. Diso. D-I-S-O. So if I want to... So for example, if I wanted to refuel my ship, I would have to go, right, I need to transfer, I don't have cargo capacity on the ship, but I would need to transfer from here, then click cancel, then from there, once I've done it, I then have to go to carrier services. I would then have to go to tritium deposit, and then I would have to donate it. Bit backwards. Minami, I don't know, but it should be in there. So this is my exact point. When we talk about developers not playing the game the way that we do, is you wouldn't even think, right, as a player, that would need to be designed. You wouldn't even think that would be something that you wouldn't add in. It would be very much like you would... You'd be like, oh, I'm surprised it's not there. Like, it should just be there, you know? But it's not. That's my problem. And that's a concern, that it's not there. And like I say, when we do talk about the developers not playing the game, they don't play the game the way that we do, because they can't. They literally cannot play the game like we do. They don't have time. So I know. That's a concern that wasn't thought of. But yeah, it definitely has to be. Like it does have to be changed. Yeah, Christian, you can. The only problem with that, right? Mr. Mavi, no one wants that. No one wants that. But yeah, I just think there's a... It's concerning that hasn't been thought of. And I love Elite Dangerous, and I love FDev, right? They're a great bunch of guys. Everyone that you speak to is absolutely lovely, really nice people. They're passionate, they care. Yeah, Falco, I like to think that if I bought a Ferrari, that maybe they would actually give me a full tank of fuel at the same time. But then again, I've never actually bought a car, so what do I know? Boylan92, I am talking about Frontier. I love them. They're passionate. They love this as a game, but they've missed the mark. Lee, you cancel it by going to the location it's going to jump to and then cancelling it via the navigation tab. But that's my thoughts. That's what I think there. Now, Andre, I'm just saying, I don't necessarily get if it works. I was hoping someone would correct me and say, "Oh no, you don't get a fuel tank of a full tank." Morass. Because it's kind of where we need to be. And I'd be damned if I can find where it is. It's right bloody there. Off we go. I see Rogue, that's good. You just get enough to drive off. Well, I had enough to jump to a different system, so at least there's that. That's a courier. That's the Imperial courier.
Frameshift drive charging.
Mr. Mavi, no, I don't drive. Never have. Admittedly, there are times when I think it would have been convenient, but overall, I have probably saved more money. Yeah, never bought a car. Never driven. Never had a driving lesson. Well, Gypsy.
Hello there.
Normally. Black Knight, thank you very much for following. Hunter, no it doesn't. I got that wrong. But HIP 61097 does. Right, well, we will wait here. But yeah, I would want to get a paint job for the carrier, so I think that would be an idea. Minami, they have 500 light years. So, Roland, do I hate them? No. I love the mechanics. I think the design's pretty good. My issue is the pricing of everything. Actually, you know, I'm carried by a litter of tigers. But yeah, I just think the fleet carriers could be great. Could be absolutely fantastic. I think the price needs balancing and adjusting. I can't believe you have to pay 500 million credits for things. Hunter it is. Took it at the tip of a sword. But yeah, there's not bit of a concern around the pricing. I think that's a mistake. We know that logging in and out lots doesn't refresh it. Yeah, Mavi, that's my point. And also, I lived in London for 6 years, so public transport was the way, especially when they introduced the 24-hour tube. Piece of cake. Yeah, Lee, they aren't meant for everybody, and that's okay. I would say, like, it's okay that everything isn't for everyone, the same way Thargoid content isn't for everyone, the same way that going out and exploring for years at a time isn't for everyone. So, there's that. But at the same time, it doesn't. Not everything has to be, and all content is optional. At this point, I don't even know if fleet carriers will be for me. That's my thoughts. Yep, Roland, you do, and that's wrong as well. The purchasing of the ships as well, you're buying them at full cost. So you're buying them at the price that another station would sell them for.
Hello there.
And you can't make a profit from that. Solomon Wolf, thank you very much for the follow. You guys getting the real rough under my voice here, I'm sorry. But it just doesn't seem right. You know, it doesn't seem correct that would be the case. I feel like you should be able to buy them in bulk, because you're buying like 8 ships at a time. So you're buying 8 ships. Why can't you, once you've bought these 8 ships at a time, sell them? Gypsy, thank you very much. Fill it with tea. No. None of that. Not doing that. Let's see where my carrier's set at the moment. What's the cooldown on? 13 minutes. But yeah, if you're forced by that, exactly, Roland, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly that. The thing is, Andy, right, is that most large squadrons would... Most of the people in my squadron, right, I say most, a lot of them that play a lot would actually, they're elite already. So they're elite. They already have access to Shinrata. Why would they go anywhere but there, where you get a discount and everything's available? That's my problem. Because we all jump for the cheapest deal. We jump for the best place. And we jump for the best place to sell low temperature diamonds. We will jump hundreds of light years to get the best price. So if your carrier's just in the bubble, where a majority of your squadron would be supporting it, none of them are going to buy anything. The only thing I can kind of think from a gameplay perspective of how you would make money through trading is if you were to be parked up somewhere and you buy a consistent price. So you're buying low temperature diamonds off people at a consistent price. You're offering them 1.2 mil, say for example, per low temperature diamond. That's an okay price for the lack of effort for the trader, who can go there, sell it, go straight back into the ring. That would be fine. and then you go and you sell your bulk to a station with a really good price, and you sell it with your with like all of your, well, you go sell it at the top selling price, but you have to ferry it back and forth. So there's a bit of that, but it's okay. But yeah, Toko, so I was talking about how to make money from them, and the only way I can think is that you need to be in the right place, right time. I am going to try to make money with mine when it goes live. It depends on what it's going to work out to be. I'm probably going to have to start mining bromelite quite early, because I feel like people would probably want to buy bromelite than go and mine it off people. So if you rock up to unlock your engineer that needs the bromelite, you go into that system, you're like, oh, I need to deliver bromelite. There I am selling it in system. That might do it. Is that going to make me enough to cover? I don't know. Andy, yeah, exactly that. Exactly that would be the problem. So I'm open to ideas. If you guys have got any ideas of how to make money on trading or selling ships, I don't know how you make money selling ships. Even. I'm open to hear it. Oh, Lee, the prices won't change on the carrier because you choose them. Yeah, Sun Wolf, you only need one time for unlock, so people would probably be like, oh, I'll do it. So they would buy their 10 and be like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, it's right. Oh, it's not that bad. I'll just buy it and I'll do it. Because it's easier than going mining, because going and mining involves time, and most of us don't want to use time. See, Othello, I don't know if it's a credit sink as such until it's you buy it and you stand a good chance of losing it. And I say not losing a lot of it. Yeah, Vulture P, no NPCs. It is just play a trade, yeah, and it's very micromanaged as well. So, for example, if I go to my commodity trading, so this is my carrier that's over in Hilla. I am currently buying tritium. Or I was. Oh no, we bought it all. So right, no, here you go. Right. Can manage my market, go to my tritium. I'm only buying it for 5% at the moment, which is awful, absolutely awful. But let's say, for example, I did have bromelite. I would go down when we get there to my bromelite there, and I'd say I'm selling it, trade it, and then I'd set my sell price. And the thing is, I'd probably sell it for $1 million a ton. $1 million a ton, which is a real pain to get to. But you kind of do that, and you'd be like, "Here we go." But yeah, the carrier depreciating in value is a mistake. It's kind of that really forces you into keeping it. And that's a mistake. Now, someone asked if they can defend themselves. Yes, they can. They have lasers. They work like stations in that sense. So we've got some options, but I just don't. As a player, I would not use someone else's carrier. Probably because I know I'm going to get gouged. So, with regards to the I've got the reverb cascade stuff. There are no support ships, Othello, none of that. no, not disco lights. But yeah, we're going to the handbook. We're going to fleet carriers. The important bit is the decommission, which is once you have it. So for taking it off of the for taking it out of the showroom, we're going to charge you 5%. If you hold on to it for even only 1 day, you lose 20%. 2 weeks, anything after that, 60%. Oh, you've had it for a month? I'll give you half price. Anything over 3 months? Nah, it's only worth 33% now. And it's further reduced the further away you are from a carrier construction dock. So even if you want to get rid of it at this point, and you want to get even some money back, you have to go take it. Wrong. This is wrong. Like, I don't think it's the correct way to do it. And also, it still doesn't say how much debt you need to be in. Yeah, Gypsy, that would be alright. But yeah, this decommission stuff is utterly ridiculous. I disagree with that. Steve, they bloody did. Apparently they had a job lot of them in. But oh come. But yeah, following a direct request of the owner or due to excessive neglect. What is excessive neglect? As well, I need to know that.
Hello there.
Shift, they probably don't. Derek, thank you very much. Cytokines the plasma vet. I might have to do that. Could be a good shout. Alien Hunter, yes, we have the carriers in the beta. They're not. They're not what I would call great sounding at the moment. They're not a good prospect. I think they're missing something. Beta's going to last until May, I think it is. Then they're doing one for the consoles, and then June, probably end of June, we'll get the main update. Falco, yeah. I say nothing else. So yours already at 3.2. Let's have a look. I'm dreading this. Accrued cost for mine is 5.4 million. Great. Great. It's 100. Okay, it's 100,000 credits per jump. It's a bit of a concern, but then, oh, I don't know. Yep, so each jump is 100,000. That's daft. I'm struggling here. I try to be balanced and positive. Right, that's my thing. Balanced, positive, objective. It's hard. No, it's hard. The reason why my accrued costs are probably so high is because I've lost some on commodity trading. My weekly upkeep allocation isn't great. Let's at least make it so that it will cover. It'll cover some. Yeah, do that. Beacons up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't have it. Oh, you know what it is. No, it's on there. I thought maybe I didn't have that on. If you can do, yep, wing beacon. Yeah, see, I'm not seeing any of that. Which seems a bit off. Ah, so it's going to be full foot right. Dave G, we're working on it. We're working on it. Not doing good though, because when you sell, you have to put the money up yourself. Like right now, what do we see now? Rejet. How long have we got? Ah, no! They're going to do... Okay, first update. First update in 30 minutes, apparently. So, you've got to see it using the FSS. Yeah, Coulter. That's true. You could sell... 2.1 clicks in front of Vortex. So he's got something selected, but we can't see. The RAM. No, don't say stuff like that. Depends what the update is. I feel like we could potentially have a really good view. Is my ship still moving? I think there are easy ways to do that, Shiv. Okay. Nah, Shiv, I think this is probably going to be like just as bad. But if they've got the first patch ready, it's good. I mean, that's pretty positive. I just think that if they weren't... Sorry guys, we're winding it down. No, Nightbot. Mark, they're not going to be out until June. So Rejet, let me know when it hits the big old 0. Oh, come on. Well, that was badass. that was cool. That was pretty cool. That was like a, oh, when it suddenly appeared, I'm like, oh no. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, see, look, then it's popped up as it'll be arriving in 5 seconds, except it's already here. So, work that one out. Let's dock up.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated pad, Commander.
Okay, that looked cool. Minus the initial glitch. Because I was going to say, if that was what's going to happen, I would be pretty... Well, you heard my reaction. Oh, you do get pad infractions. Interesting. Alright, let's look at someone else's carrier.
Docking accomplished. Ship at dock.
No security radio.
How may we assist?
Got a redemption office. That's the carrier overview. Not a lot going on there. Commodities market. Nothing going on there, Weejet. What have you got in your shipyard? Nothing. Smart. About your outfitting. Bought any stock? So skill Everett. The problem is that people would have to go in. You'd have to go and actually go and do it. You know. Yeah, if people want to get that clipped, please do. It would be top. I'm hoping someone got it coming in. It'd be nice if you did. If not, I'll go and find a I'll be able to edit it out later. And that'd be fine. Yeah, Falco, I don't know who that would go to. No stock. Optionals. No stock. Core internals, no stock. Outrageous. I mean, Alan, that might... Oh, it's getting it there, though. That's the problem. Let's see what my carrier's up to. Oh, got no cooldown. Ah, got your rejet.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Ship departure
Oh,
complete.
hey!
Landing pad obstruction.
I hope that gave you a bit of a treat there, Snappo. Oh, Darby here as well. Right, well, I'm going to head back over to Hillar. See, I think it's pretty cool. I like that. Scalevra, the costs are wrong. But they're wrong.
Departure complete. Goodbye.
Frame
Common
shift
sense
drive
kicks in.
charging.
So your initial outlay for a fleet carrier will, if you want it fully stocked, is 7 billion. But the cost will not be, and I can't stress this enough, it will not be a combination of those individual module cost where it says upkeep, upkeep. It will not be that. It won't be that at all. It will be what's in the top right hand corner where fully outfitted says 45. So it is 7 so it would be, well, it would be 2.3 billion. That's what it would be. It definitely will not be yeah, it just won't be it won't be the ridiculous price. people think it will. It won't be. And it wouldn't surprise me if we're going to get this. Coulter. But the thing is, you can't buy all the module stock. You can't do it, you can't hold it all. So it's pointless. So skill lever. If you want to fully upgrade your ship, your fleet carrier, purchase prices is 5 bill. And then from there you have to buy the modules. And that will be and that'll be another 2 billion. That's what I spent, just under 2 bill. So there's actually 7 billion there for that. But it won't be, I say, it won't be this ridiculously high cost on the. I just don't see it happening. This update they're doing in 20 minutes, maybe, just maybe, and that'll do it. Oh come on, look at this. Phalanx 84, yeah. I mean, I don't mind the upkeep if it's a small bit. Reject, nice. It's good to know. It's the reason why I took the chat off. Is so people could clip. I won't do that. A fellow prime, yeah, that needs fixing. There's a bunch of stuff that needs fixing. That is one of them. Steve, I'm probably just going to carry on. I'm just going to carry on streaming, to be honest. We'll just chat. I'll just do that. Right. So, into Hiller we go. It'd be interesting to see if it can... Right. Carrier's now set to jump. Be interesting. Skill Everett, yeah, that's true. At least when you've got the money, you can put yourself together ships pretty quickly. I always think that's a positive thing. Be interesting to see what's changed.
Surface scan complete.
Now we had hotspots in this ring before. So interesting.
Surface scan complete.
I think that's hitting the inside ring. Looks like it should be. Coulter, can you imagine fleet carrier from SFV? Dunno. Are we telling us you can? Nice. Yeah, so we got hotspots. Wait, what? Hang on. What? That? What is this? This shouldn't be here. This is in the wrong location. AZD904, hey, how you doing? What the hell is this? This shouldn't be here. Did it? What the hell? This is... it's not there. Yeah, so I'm in Hilla, but the Clive was over at Hilla 10A, and it's there. So what the deuce? But this is... Hang on, let's check how long it's got to jump. An hour. What? Unless there's a jump marker the one I've just set. So does that mean I can see it?
Hello there.
Lord of Kick. Thank you very much for the follow. I guess that's where it's going to arrive. Magic. Oh, all right. Well, that's confusing. I can't access it on the menu. So there's no... It's not in my contacts. So this is weird. That's interesting because that didn't happen before.
Hello there.
Sorry. Noel Child 65, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh no, Vortex. Have they fixed it? Yes, I think the hotspots will show... You know, yes, because I did. That's why. This is all very it's all very weird, isn't it? Super weird. And a chaotic, it should hopefully just shunt me out the way. That's what I expect to happen. That's what I want to happen. Now the question is let's see if I find old images. That's what I want. If I can find it. I want to kind of have a quick look at the oh, MK, have you got the can you DM me on Discord with the patch notes, please? Whilst I'm doing something else. Would be much appreciated. Just sorting out some talking points for us when we get there. Just, I knew they'd come out, so I was kind of hoping they would pop up. Yes, Vortex, you did leave the wing. Catcher Fox, what are we doing? We're waiting for my carrier to jump in to, apparently, 71 metres in front of me. Um, if they've patched it, that'd be a nightmare. Yeah, Vortex, I do have DSS. Right, so... Oh, bloody hell. We'll talk about some non-game stuff in a minute as well. But yeah, server's going to go offline because they're doing an update. There's a patch coming, which is cool. I love good patch. Is that the most up to date? Is it? Is that for the patch notes? Or is that the normal patch notes? Or is this the patch one?
Hello there.
Dom, thanks for subscribing. Oh, Chaotic Fox, this has been launched since 11 o'clock this morning. So it's actually been out for 9 hours. Or 8 hours. Ah, see, I thought there'd be new patch notes. Oh, Philip, what we got? No, because that's all the no. But yeah, it depends on Joshua, what do you like doing? See, seriously, Chaotic Fox, I never know. Tone does not come across very well. That's cool. That's cool, mate. I was wondering if we had Chaotic Fox is live on both. Through the power of the internet, I am live on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Hello there.
Jimmy Dunn, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, Gypsy, I search jump. It says 49 minutes, so we've got a while to go.
Hello there.
No, greatest. It's the medication I'm on, man. It's the anti-cancer meds. What do you expect me to do? For the mug. Oh, damn mugs.
Hello there.
And okay, let's do this. 909. Thank you for following. Oh, is that it? Is it just for that? That's disappointing. Are you then with the warning that carry decommissioned in the week? MK, maybe? Where did you get the warning?
Hello there.
Adam Dark Warrior, thank you for the follow. That's all they say. Okay, let's do this. You might just have to wait. It might be one of those things where you kind of just get stuck having to wait for it. Management page under. Oh, WeJet, you got told off. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to post links, but I can post it, so it's okay. Yeah, I was just expecting them to have said something whilst we're sitting here. Nope, nothing on Twitter. Yeah, honestly, Widget, I would have thought it would be okay. Oh yeah, that's a good clip. That's a good clip. Full coat, thank you. I don't know if they will, because there's a lot going on. I mean, we're gonna get booted out, aren't we? So I have to restart the game, but we will. Got something I really want to talk about that people aren't mentioning. Alright, hello, take care. It's the old. It says it's a link. I'm hoping that I can download my own bloody clips. Yes, we can. I'll get that going. So yeah, we got some stuff. Yeah, Carl, didn't it know it wasn't a link? It knew. It knew it all along. Ugly, you're saying what's the difference between your RTX 2060 Super and then mine and my 2080 Super? Well, my graphics card has got an 8 in the name. So that's what it says. Ta-da! That's my dickhead answer. Realistically, no. More performance, more cores. To be honest, the 2080 Super is stronger than anything that I probably even need. So I bought it knowing that I wouldn't want to upgrade ever again. Well, at least this cycle. I couldn't help but do the ticket answer. But the best thing to do is check it on somewhere like PC Part Picker and compare. I'm really not going to be the best man for that. I made that decision because it was considerably cheaper than a TI, but better than a 2080. Ben, you're welcome, man. I'm happy doing them. I'm going to play the game anyway, so I might as well chat to you guys about it at the same time. Yeah, so, because I think there's a lot of people that are stuck in the Agarthy system. But that is going to exit to the desktop. Now, what weren't we talking about that I feel like we should? We have not been talking about custom loadouts and support vessels. So I feel like that's the thing that we haven't really mentioned. Oh joy, Elite Dangerous is now running, but it says that it's not. But it is. I will use the hand of God to fix it. Okay, so support vessels. Yeah, Joshua, it depends what you like. Give us some sci-fi or fantasy genres that you like, or like TV shows, and we'll come up with something. Yep, Steve, I did. I went and said it. Custom loadouts, support vessels. Where are these? And what happened to them? Like, These are badass. Like, so good. Example here. The exploration one. Imagine that. The Expanse is your favourite show. Okay. We can go with some of that. You can get plenty of suggestions. Dollinger, yeah. Rocinante, of course, you gotta go there. The Behemoth. So the support vessels, I'm a bit like, well, what happened to them? Why did they suddenly disappear? Why are we not allowed them? It's that kind of like, what happened? Why was the decision made that they were taken away? So yeah, Rum. There's no support vessels. Nightshade. Oh, dude, my voice, not good. It's because the cancer meds I'm on causes hoarseness. So that's why you get me in this weird kind of like late night jazz hour voice. Alright, WeJet, take care, man. Great clipping, good job. So, and then the mining one that looked pretty badass again, like just really cool. And there's kind of a, what happened to these? Because there was a lot of speculation around what these were. In particular, I say this mercenary one looks a little bit like it was very much the kit bash of the carrier, because it looks like there's a lot of bits in there that look really, really similar. The only problem with that one, Andy, is that we have the landing pads on these things. We don't have landing pads. The support ships don't have them. But the original idea is that they were supposed to have come with a carrier, and you have a support ship based on your loadout, and that would then kind of give you an idea of what you'd be having, what you'd have. And I don't know why they were taking them away. But my only idea is, because bear in mind, we found out this information about fleet carriers a while back, didn't we? Like initially, September. We found out about them, and they were talking about them, and the only thing I can think of is when they were announced they were delayed, is that the initial design was to have these in with your support vessels, and then whatever happened, they couldn't make them mesh with the gameplay they wanted. That's my only thought. So they basically went, crap guys, we're gonna have to go back, we must go back. No, like, we're gonna have to pause the update, delay it, and we go back and we redesign, and we come up with a new way of doing it to make them modular, and so make it more menu based, so that it's easier for us to implement, easy to come up with. Like the totally modular loadout, I don't like. There's no way for you to know what someone has on their carrier without docking at it, and that's a problem. You should be able to tell without docking. That's my worry. Oh, no. See if the update's been pushed yet. No. Give it a go, why not? I just don't... So I'm not sure we got what we expected with them. I don't know if they just ended up being really pretty set pieces, and that's what the decision to keep them was made. Oh yeah, that's true. Vortex it might be. When there's a beta, I assume. Yeah, I just, like I say, I'm concerned about the reason why we didn't get these is that they check it out. That's what I'm worried about. Check it out or couldn't do it. But we do pretty much have the carriers as they're pictured here. So, I don't know. Counter Fox is not just a trade tool. Smoky Mountain Red. These are older images. These are from when they were first announced that we were getting these vessels. We were getting, so this is kind of like what happened to them, and that's why I wanted to mention. Is like, where did they go? You know, it disappeared. It went. Right. Let's get ourselves in. Ryuk, maybe they might add them later on. I do like the idea of the ship kits, like you can customise them and add them in, you know, it's okay. Chaotic Fox, take it down a peg, man. We're chilled here. Let's be chilled. Culture madness. But yeah, I kind of, oh, what's going on? See, it says it's loading, but it's not loading. What are you not loading for? Hey, you loading, come on. Malari, if you think it's boring, don't play it. That's it. We're pretty chill. We do this. We do chill. We do calm. We do chill. Every now and then I get a bit uptight, but that's me. I'm allowed to. Guilty Night. Well, hopefully mine should be arriving pretty soon. Where we are in system. Which, Chaotic Fox, you've got to remember, if you didn't enjoy those 6,700 hours of gameplay that you put in, you shouldn't have been playing it. You chose to put those hours in, the same way that I've chosen to put my 3,800 in. I've chosen to do it. So it's just always that, you always choose to play a game for as long as you play it. And if you didn't enjoy doing it, you wouldn't have done it. And I'm like, I'm just saying that's it. That's all it is. It's just one of those things. It's like, yeah, so you like the game. That's okay. It's fine. Just take it down a peg. Oh look, Scarlet Crate. It's a good one. The thing is, for me, Elite Dangerous has given me so much stuff. So much. In particular, I will say that it's given me lots of good friends who I have started off meeting in line and then also met. No Chaotic Fox. I just don't want ones that are shouting in chat. That's all. There's a real big range between shouting in chat and then being silent. real big range. That's all. Caps, mate. Caps. And you did exclamation marks, which is shouting normally. Come on. I'm obviously not going to get in, am I? It's a bad start. Yeah, chaotic fox, it kind of is when you use caps lock on the internet. It's well known, that's what it means. I don't want to argue, because that isn't chill. Is it? Now, I'm also not going to get in the game again, am I? It's a nightmare. Loading screen of death is indeed what's happening. But yeah, I met some really good people. We've had a lot of a lot of good people meeting in person, which has been cool. Had our own like meetups from the community. Through it, I've managed to get away with raising £20,000 for charity, which is brilliant. So, or over £20,000 for charity. Can't complain. Oh dear, this isn't working at all, is it? Let's restart the game. It's making me use Task Manager again. No, okay. Oh, not you there, Lee. Oh, Steve, yeah. The thing is that what I do is I take it down a little bit if it starts to strain, because it's what needs to be done. Oh, yep, it was. They said it'd be 15 minutes, and we've waited well over that. But if it was background. Let's see if we can get back in. Yeah, because it looked like server maintenance. Because normally when the server restarts, you don't get an update come through on the launcher. I know. Next. They might have done. No, but it's yeah, down to earth astronomy, I know, I saw, but it was kind of like I felt like it was 15 minutes ago. Yeah. You know, just waiting. Oh, it was 13 minutes ago. Damn it. I'm impatient. Astro, actually, we were talking about something. I don't know if you're wondering where some of these things are as well, but we were talking about the support vessels. Like, oh, you only just got kicked out. Oh, it's annoying. But yeah, we're talking about the support vessels. Like, what happened to them? They just kind of They just disappeared. With no mention. There was a slight talk about the fact that they didn't meet the flexible gameplay. I mean, they could have still chucked them in. Like, those assets were cool. I thought even if they're just set pieces, they would be cool. I'd like to have seen them. But yeah, we definitely can't see them anywhere. Wiley, what have you been doing? Oh, you know, I'm not engaging it. That one, Toko, so yeah. Right now, Chaotic Fox, dude, no one. There's like no one talking to you. There's like one person. That's it. So we can just all shut up and move on, or the mods will start muting people, and we'll do that. And I really don't want that to happen. So the whole point is that everyone leave everyone else alone. Everyone. That's it. Right, Catty Fox, man. You just... Now, you're giving me grief. So... I think... You're out. Good. Saves me a job. Catch you later. If you're going to throw your toys out the pram, there's the door. That's it. No one's making you watch. That's it. That's it. So, right. Astro, your opinion on something, please. The maintenance cost, right? Now, I want to make sure that the way you're reading it is the same way I am, as a logical man with common sense. When you're looking at the costs, you're using the one off of the top right-hand corner, right? You're not using off of the individual module cost, because that's pretty obvious that's incorrect, right? Like, you're looking at it, and you're like, there's no way that can be right. So we're going to work off of that top right-hand corner. Thank you. So all the talk of saying it's 7 billion a year is daft. It would be way too much. So it does have to be an error. Who would have thunk, eh? Because that's the kind of my thoughts on it is that it just has to be wrong. If something looks wrong, smells wrong, tastes wrong, damn, that's probably wrong. But Vulture P, the thing is, I mean, you're not really meant to have it. Yeah, but it does. Yeah, clickbait. Call it what it is. I try and avoid it if I can. But you know, 200 mil an hour is pretty good though, right? Hey. Oh, still down. But yeah, saying it's 7 bill for the first year, George, even that doesn't make any sense. At all. It's not 14 bill fully stocked. Either. Like, it's this... If you're looking at the numbers, right, I bought a fleet carrier and put every single module onto it. That cost me 7 billion. So, that was it. A1 Roadshows, it's not going to be 147 million a week upkeep, as we know. Yeah, Astro, 100%. If you wanna, do you wanna jump into mine? We'll do Stream Room 1 on my Discord. I just have to fiddle about with me voice and video settings.
I'm already here.
There you are. Sorted. Whey.
Oh, I'm just gonna mute your stream in the background. Otherwise, this is getting confusing. Nope, I think you're absolutely right. That the numbers listed on the services themselves is way off. I think you need to go off the numbers in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, because we did some testing, we sold a module, we put it back on, and you just don't see it move. And do I really think that only half the cost is going to be when you put it into storage, or what's the word I'm looking for? When you take it offline, you take the service offline, suspend the service. It's not going to be. It's not going to be half the price, because all the previous screenshots that Frontier provided were 10%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those numbers up there, I wouldn't. What I'm actually was working on just as I got kicked off is I've removed all services from my fleet carrier. I'm going to add them one at a time, and I'm going to note down how much upkeep I have for each module as I add them, and how much they are if I suspend them. So basically, I can then sit and calculate exactly what are the different prices that they're not showing. But those numbers seems to be hot numbers they have just used during development, and then they changed the actual value behind the scene, but forgot to change the actual graphical part of it.
Yeah, I think there's a chance it's the front end. So what we're seeing isn't right.
Yeah, I don't think front end is right. I think the back end is correct.
So, George Beadle, you're saying you don't see the upkeep cost change. You do see it change when you take a service off or put it on, but it doesn't change as much as it says that it would. So it would be. It's like mine is 45 point something million.
That's everything, I guess.
And that's everything. Yeah, right. That's with every single service installed. If you want to count stock and you buying stock and putting it on your carrier to sell, then I think that you can't take that into consideration when you're talking about costs, because you can't fit everything on it.
I noticed another thing that was I think is a pretty clear bug. If you go into the handbook, I actually had a pretty thorough read through the handbook. If you go into the handbook under the can you access the handbook from outside the game? I don't think you can. No, but if you go into the handbook and go under the services page there, it has a small section on removing, and it says if you remove a service from the ship, you will get 100%, and you don't.
No,
right
you don't.
Now. You get like 50% or something.
Yeah.
So that could go either way. I hope that we're going to get full price back for the modules, and only get hit if you actually want to decommission the whole fleet carrier.
Yeah, I don't. There's something with the decommissioning bit that doesn't make sense. Is the reduction in the amount of credits you get back
over time?
Yeah, 95%. Yeah, sure. Same way with your ships. You lose a little bit of a percentage, but that's it. There's no depreciation in value. It's just that's it. It's less done.
Yeah, that smells a little bad to me as well. The 33%.
Yeah, and that's assuming it's in the same system as a carrier administration service.
But you would be dumb not to if you're decommissioning it.
Yeah.
Unless you are really out in the black. But if you are that, you could pretty much just... then it's a write-off, basically.
Yeah.
Because if you're that far away from a service, you're going to get, nothing back compared to your original investment.
And considering the decommissioning, the forced decommissioning when you go into debt, that's a concern, especially if it's based on the distance. Because there are lots of people who go and explore for long periods of time, and you can't put funds into your carrier unless you've got the funds in your personal account, and you can't earn funds whilst you're out exploring. So apart from selling your data, because that's all you got, but you can't sell your data on your carrier.
So you have no way, if you're out in the black, you have no way of generating additional cash. Like, you have the cash you have, that is it. That means you need to plan very, very careful if you go and take this into the black as it is right now.
Yeah. it's a tough one. I think there's a couple of easy wins that Frontier can do, and that's to add universal cartographics,
Yeah.
reduce the upkeep, and correct the bits of information that don't match up to whichever is best for players. So
Yeah, exactly.
You sell a module, get 100%, you get it back.
Yeah, and make sure the description of the interfaces actually match the upkeep and suspend price.
Yeah.
And fix so you can actually suspend modules on services on a carrier when you're away from the administration.
Yeah.
Hello there.
That's annoying. Because it makes it pointless. There's no way you would never suspend a service. I mean, if you're supposed to get 100% back when you sell it, then there's no reason why you would ever suspend. At all.
Yeah.
If you could only do it in an administration system, but if you can do it outside, then it makes sense that you can shut down a service to save cost.
Because you aren't getting rid of it, you're just closing it down. And if we look at a real world example right now, how many people are having to work from home, how many meetings are being conducted from home, and how many people are being, at least in the UK, having the businesses furloughed remotely. So you just stay at home and, you don't have that where you're having to talk to someone, you still got to pay to keep where you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very real thing that happens. It's
and it would make total sense. I could definitely see if they make these viable for explorers. I could see explorers saying, "Hey, I want to go and visit that nebula, and it's going to take me a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks if people are not moving too fast to get there. So I'm going to shut down non-essential services. I'm going to shut down my shipyard because I only need my exploration ship now as I'm moving from one system to the next, to the next, to the next. And then once I get to my destination, I will get to that nebula I want to visit. Then I power things up. I start up the shipyard. Everything springs into life. And you begin to stay there for like a couple of weeks, explore the area. You mine some more fuel. You restock on everything you need. And then you power things down and move on. That could be a way to save cost if you're out in the black. But again, for that to be viable, you really need to have that cartography. Oh, I want to ask you, what's your opinion on the interface for adding credits?
I'm not feeling very positive about it.
No. I was a facepalm moment. You should have seen chat when that showed up.
No, it was as soon as I docked on the carrier. As soon as I docked in the station to buy a carrier. As soon as I saw the change to the UI, I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, okay. So that UI.
That
Okay,
well.
so you're talking about the station. Yeah.
All of it, all the UI changes. It seems very console centric to me.
There's one thing I wish they would do. If they want to keep it, I'm not too. I don't care too much about it. There's just one thing I wish they would change, and that is that they would put station services at the top, so that is the one that is in focus when you dock. Because right now, when you dock in the live game right now on the live server, your UI is focused on the station services. Meaning you pull your trigger or whatever enter key you have, and it opens up station services.
Yeah.
Now it is defaulted to refuel, so you have an additional click to get into the station services. It's a very small thing, but just flipping those two around. But I was more thinking about when you have to deposit cash, credit.
That is awful.
Yes.
Click and hold or press the arrow key or... Oh, come on.
We discussed it on the stream, and I think the best solution, because I get that you need to make an interface that works for console as well. You can't just say use a numpad. Well, you could, but that wouldn't work for console players. So, and I think something as simple as having the option to open an on-screen numpad would be sufficient.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not ideal, but if they would also allow me to use a normal numpad, maybe when that was open, I could then use a numpad on a keyboard and it would automatically press, or something like that.
I mean, even still, you could have it where you click on it and you can use your number pad, or on console it opens up the the Xbox or the PlayStation like keyboard.
Oh, they have an on-screen keyboard, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So they could just do that, and that's been used in so many games already.
Yeah, the scrolling thing that doesn't work.
No,
it just
doesn't.
it takes too long.
What do you think about the ship pricing?
The 5 billion?
Oh no, as in the ship pricing for if you were to buy a stock.
Oh, but I mean, if I buy a stock of ships, I'm just paying the same price as it would be to go and buy, like, I don't know, 10 of each ship that I want. Oh, service is back up. So I think problem is that you can't really adjust. I mean, sometimes it would be overkill to buy 10 of a specific ship class. Sometimes you might be okay just using like less. I don't know. I would maybe like them to go away from the like package deals and go over to like I want 4 of that and 2 of that and 1 of that and yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
I
better.
don't know if that's too difficult. And the fact that you can only restock in systems with carrier administration also seems weird. I mean, then put a delay in or something for having the ship transferred, basically.
Yeah, it just seems that there's a couple of things that haven't been thought through correctly in my mind, to where they're like, oh, this will be easy. People want to do this. It's like, well, no, I won't.
Frameshift.
Unfortunately, no, I won't. Especially with the ships, the fact that if you need to buy them at the same price, which I don't like the idea of me buying it at the same price as, well, the masses. Because am I not supposed to be someone who's making money here?
Yeah, but that's what the tariff is for, right? So you make a tariff, but that also means that people are gonna have to buy them from you at a premium. They're buying it at a higher price than they would anywhere else, and that's the problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
you could argue that it should be a bulk tax, like because you're buying so many, maybe you would get a little bit of a discount.
Yeah, I suppose you could. That's probably what should happen. I think there's no reason why you wouldn't have. There's just no reason why you wouldn't have that. I can't think why you wouldn't get a bulk discount.
No.
Especially, you're buying. I mean, who else buys that many
Ships
belugas?
Yeah.
That many belugas or dolphins or no one does. No one does. So that's my thoughts on that. I think that's a bit off. And also some of the module price packs as well. Like, I mean, how many A-rated size 8 fuel scoops does any one person need?
This is really weird. So I just tried to remove all services from my carrier, but my weekly upkeep is not down to 0.
Well, it should be 10.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, sorry, it's not.
How many jumps have you made?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, because it's 100,000 per jump.
I've made 2 jumps.
So it should be 200k.
But it's 12.6 million.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Yes.
See, now what I'm trying to find is...
What is the acquired costs? Oh, that is for paying for modules you purchased. Ah, okay, so you don't pay for them right away. Okay, that's actually pretty clever. So you don't, it seems like if you buy modules and ships, you don't pay for them right away. You pay for them at the next weekly upkeep tick. So that means you have about a week to sell the ships or modules. And if you sell them within the week, the credit income will then be going directly back to the weekly upkeep.
I'm hopefully about to watch my carrier jump in.
Oh, that's why you were so on edge about it.
Yeah, it's that, gotta get it back in, because it's literally about to PNS stands for Deployed Naval Ship. But it also sounds like you're saying penis. And my cat's name is Clive, and he's a bit of a dick. So that's where that's come from.
Okay, but now that the service is back up, I'm gonna leave you to it later.
Okay, well, thank you
Have
for
fun.
kind of you helped me reassure me that I'm not just the one that's out there being
No,
overly
I'm
reasonable.
I'm pretty sure that is the way it is. That yeah. Yeah. Have fun.
Good stuff. Thank you for joining. Catch you later.
You're welcome.
Right, so it moved. We should hopefully get a good view of this arriving. In a few minutes or two. PNS emotional support. Oh dear me. Ugly, it says it's going to be about 5 minutes now. Should be 5 minutes. Definitely need a bit of dead zone on my HOTAS, on my throttle. Oh, yep, so it'll be arriving in 5 minutes. 4 minutes. So if anyone is around and they want to witness it, WeJet, welcome in. Ray, the UI for me, I feel like it's a little bit... At times, it's great. But other times, you've got the combination between, like, left and right hand panels, totally fine. But I don't know about the other stuff. Like I said, the new menus I'm not a huge fan of. And it's a shame. And the reason why I say it's a shame is because someone's worked on it and someone's tried hard. We'll see if it arrives. And it arrives and it looks good. Hoping it does. Better get overexcited. I'm going to say real life stuff. I just had a text message from the government telling me that I'm not actually supposed to take the bins out either. So, that's good. I did that today. Oops. What's the timer on WeJet? What does it say? It can be any moment. Riley, no they won't. no unlockable modules and no Guardian, so no power play, none of that. The UK, England. Is where I'm ugly. Right, then it'd be epic all the same. I'm going to start calling you Oogleye. Oogleye from now on. Prepare to clip those who wish to clip.
Hello there.
Ben Bungar, thank you for subscribing. Oh, you should probably turn that off.
Hello there.
I'll explain why it isn't in a minute, Scott. Duchess, yes you can, if they have the space for it. Oh. Where is it? Oh no. And it arrived. There we go. Oh, who rode along? Gypsy! So, did I like that? I was lucky. So, pricing. Talking about pricing. Carrier management. In we go. So, the reason why I'm saying the weekly upkeep is 45 million is because it's right there. It literally says so. Now, a carrier to fully outfit from beginning to end, like I've done it, to buy it and then add on all of the Ulon, you can see it from if you're in Super Cruise and use the FSS, it will show up as a point of interest, and that's where you know where to go. Now, here's the thing. Weekly upkeep says here 45 million, right? Now, we're assuming that's correct. If over here the refuel station costs 9 million per week, that's way too high. That's going to be incorrect. No, Matthew, that's not it either. That won't be the way it works out. Because it says per week, it doesn't say how much it would be. And I'm going to be well happy to prove this. See, because where it says this up here, even if, right, this total on here, it's like 147. So, even if you were to divide that by 7, and then you said you had 2 days left, we're assuming the server tick will be on Thursday for this. Probably won't be. So, I mean, we'll find out. guess. Is it prorated? Probably not. But the thing is that the reason why we know, and the reason why we know it's not, is because it starts as 10 million. And that's where it would be. So if we look at budget, its projected costs is 28 mil. So that's projected for, I don't know when that's projected for, but that's your weekly upkeep. It doesn't say that it's going to be that 147. I think Lee's right. I think they thought it was going to be that, and then it changed. Honestly, that's what I think it is. So looking at your facilities that you can add, right? It starts as 10 mil, and that starts as 10 million in your weekly upkeep. So even if it is worked out per day for the tick, that doesn't add up, because then that would mean that your upkeep for it isn't 10 million a week as standard. It would in fact be 5 million per day. So it'd be that instead. So that doesn't make sense, and that's the reason why, honestly, you want to look at your weekly upkeep up here and focus on that, and not these numbers here. These numbers here will not be correct. The suspended service will not be half the price. That would be incorrect. It just can't be, because that's still not manageable in any way, shape or form. It's going to be incorrect. So it's got to be your weekly upkeep up here. So that's what I reckon it is. That would be the example of it. Because it doesn't say, at no point does anywhere say with your costs that it's worked out per day. We've got none of the information. All the information is sent out to YouTube and streamers early, and doesn't say it in there. Any of the core briefing doesn't say that. So that is how that's worked out. I mean, seriously, no way it could be like that. George, the thing is, it's just because two or three people say it, and it's just not like that. So your initial cost for your fleet carrier, if you want to outfit it completely, will be 7 billion. Plus you adding on the need of your kitty, essentially, to cover your costs until you can make profit on it, if you're going to make profit. Steve, it doesn't have a bridge, you can't go on it. Unfortunately, there's going to be no engage warp jumps at all. Gypsy, I want rage. I don't think we need rage. I think we just need clear heads. Clear heads and logic. It's pretty obvious that if it's a 10 mil, and we've been told it's 10 million per week, and then you change your weekly upkeep and it changes. It's just, that's the clearest bit. Clearest bit. It's obvious that this is incorrect. Like, why would the operational expenses be from 36 million per week down to 24 on something when other times it halves it? You can tell these numbers are wrong just logically by looking at them. Like, why is secure warehouse 6 million per week when it's suspended, but it's 18, so a third? So it doesn't make sense at that point, you know. But Eric, you've got to think about your projected costs as well. It's not going to take into consideration the amount of money you've made in there as well. Pure trade one, assuming what you would take out: outfitting, shipyard, redemption office, armory. Don't know. On that, I have to remove it. Rakamokta, I don't know at this point. So I am going to call time for my stream here because it's hit 9 o'clock and my voice is going to go. We've watched 2 carriers jump in, It is good. It is great we have seen them. That is cool. It's a cool thing to see, and we know how to find it. Now, Aztec, he's got the numbers wrong. Chill out. They all have. Everyone has. I mean, down to Earth Astronomy was just talking about it. It's pretty clear it's a bug. Ignore Exegesis' numbers, Yamek's numbers, Obsidian's numbers. They're wrong. They're all wrong. Just so you know, they're wrong. I'm saying it. I'm calling it here. And I really, really hope that I get to be like, I was right. And if I'm wrong, I look like a total dickhead, but that's on me. So I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone who's been watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and please do hit the like button on the way out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already, and also follow on Twitch if you haven't already as well. Plus, if you want to join the Discord and have a chat with people about it, so we can be super reasonable, you're more than welcome to. But okay, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. Commander Plater, out.